My name is Courtney Reeves, and I've been at UserGems the past 2.5 years as an account development rep and team lead. I actually just got started as account development manager, but for the past couple years, I have been um, booking pipeline for UserGems through cold calling and social selling and writing emails and whatever else I can figure out. We have been using Orum since I started, more than 2.5 years now. So I don't think I know uh, a life at UserGems without Orum. I always like to be very personalized whenever I am calling a prospect. I have just found that using the same generic pitch on every single person that answers works at times, but if I can be more personalized and tailored and like the reason why I'm calling, I'm just gonna not only have more confidence, but have a better success rate of having somebody give me time and being willing to share more because they know that I've done some research to make this relevant. My tool, UserGems, does that research and homework portion. And then I'm able to use Orum to be able to actually call through, get more connections, and actually have more conversations throughout my day. And so I'm using Orum to call through my lists, but then I have UserGems as my support, showing me like research and personalized talking points for every person that I do connect with. Whenever I get a connection, I don't want to feel unprepared and totally miss something that's really, really relevant. So for instance, if somebody answers and they're actually one of our past customers, I don't want to totally blank on that and act like it's a cold call with somebody who's never heard of us before. I want to call and be like, "You remember we used to work with you at your last company? It's Courtney from UserGems." Or if somebody was on a closed lost opportunity, I don't want to act like this is the first time they're ever hearing from us. Those are two just like really warm conversations that I could otherwise really easily have slipped through the cracks if I didn't have something notifying me in my face of the relationship that is with that contact. And then some other things are just I can see really quickly if someone just started a new position or if they just started at the organization so that I can tailor my conversation congratulating them on top of what our positioning might be for somebody within their first 90 days. If I can see somebody at the organization that I can name drop for an existing relationship. So if I can see that their colleague is familiar with us and can vouch for us, or if I can see that one of their top competitors is seeing success with us. Those are some of the things that, even if I don't already have a relationship with that contact, I could mention early on in the call to have them perk up and be a little bit more intrigued by what I have to say. I used to spend a lot of time on research because I didn't want to have someone answer the phone and not have like a certain talking point in place. But I realized that eventually, if I'm going to have enough conversations, I have to hit dial. So now my tool is able to actually do all of this research for me. I don't have to spend any of my time on it. But I think if someone else was in a position of how much time do I spend researching before calling or when do I just hit dial, I would say look at your low hanging fruit, so the existing relationships and close loss, and then go ahead and start dialing. But you could always get a tool like UserGems to do the more in-depth connecting of dots for you. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis where you feel like you have to go in depth and do a background check on every person that you're about to call because you're nervous, you want to feel super prepared. The best way to get good at cold calling is to cold call and to have conversations. So the more repetitions that you can get in, the more that you can learn from it. Get a tool like Orum where you can actually review your calls and start to see trends so that you can go to your manager and already have identified areas of improvement to work on. But ultimately, just don't be scared. You're going to get through it by getting through it.